Riders predican con el ejemplo en Equidad. El 7 de julio del 2022 será un año que, con el paso del tiempo, recordará la industria deportiva. Los Riders nombraron a Sandra Douglas Morgan como la primera presidenta afroamericana de un equipo de la NFL.
The Raiders have such an incredible long history. It's an iconic brand, it's internationally known. And I'm from Las Vegas, and I've been a lawyer for 20 years, and so I've been able to do different things, whether it be with the Gaming Control Board or just, working with different companies and firms. But to be able to lead a team with such a rich history like the Raiders in my hometown of Las Vegas, I've said it's not a dream come true because it was something I couldn't even dream of, but it's just incredible to be able to lead an NFL team in my hometown. I'm definitely grateful for this opportunity, and now that I'm one of two women that are leading teams in the NFL, I think there just needs to be more exposure and really more understanding and visibility as to what it takes to become a team president. Obviously, our general manager and our head coach are involved every day with the football operations. But my role is much broader than that, and making sure that we are having great corporate partners, that we're doing and running a great retail operation. We're making sure that the business operations behind the scenes, behind the game, is what's really moving. And you don't have to be a man in order to do that, right? So I'm just grateful to have this opportunity and hopefully give greater visibility to the role of a president to encourage, and hopefully not just little girls, but little boys as well, as to what it takes to kind of run the business operations of a team. But the Raiders have always had a rich history when it comes to diversity and equity and inclusion. We've had other prior female CEOs. There's been people of all different backgrounds, whether they be Black, Latino, Hispanic, and Asian American Pacific Islander, that have had roles and opportunities within this organization, whether it be from the head coach, to now obviously the president and other senior roles on the business operations side. So I think that's already part of the Raiders' DNA. It's already part of our culture, and I feel a responsibility to continue to introduce that culture to Las Vegas. We've been here now for 3 full seasons, or going into our 3rd full season now, with having fans in the stadium and kind of educating our local community as to what that means to be a Raider. And Raiders come from all walks of life, all different backgrounds, all different ages, clearly all different genders, right? And we have 50% female fans as well, and we want everyone to know that it doesn't matter what you look like, that you can become a Raider. And I think that's why our workforce should reflect, our fan base and the communities that we serve. So, it's my responsibility to do that. I think that all of our team members, community service is definitely top of mind for everything we do. We had all of our employees actually support each other and help deliver over 10,000 meals to needy families here in Las Vegas. And it was everyone, whether you're in IT, human resources, data and analytics, finance, we all kind of got together and worked together to make sure that happens. So I think when people understand that we're working as a team and it doesn't matter what you look like, naturally people from all different walks of life will be able to elevate and grow success in the organization. I definitely see a growth, and I think the growth is also becoming more evident because you have the growth of the WNBA, the growth of women collegiate sports, getting more opportunities to actually see women playing on television. So even though I'm not a female athlete, you can see the growth of the popularity of women's sports, and I think with that you'll see more opportunities for women to be in management roles in sports as well. I also think it's going to be somewhat generational. I have children, and I don't think my son, being 16, has that thing of saying, oh no, a woman couldn't potentially lead in sports. He's attended women's basketball games and women's volleyball games, and it's very natural for him to see women playing on television. And I think that may be somewhat of a generational divide that will get past in the next decade or so. I think all of that and just kind of supporting women, whether it be on the field, off the field, in management positions, will naturally continue to grow. I definitely think there are still going to be issues of racism, sexism. It's just unfortunately the nature of the world that we live in. But I do think the great thing about sports is that even for that moment when we're sitting and watching that game, we're all together, right? And we're all just kind of rooting on their team, regardless of what the person next to you may look like or sound like. But there's definitely more work to be done. And when I joined the Raiders, was definitely an outsider for the sports industry. But there's nothing more. I think that nothing that made me more happy, and that knowing that I had the support of the team here. and knowing that I have the support of the team here and my family, you know, the sky's the limit as far as I'm concerned. You know, I don't let kind of negative, you know, comments or thoughts kind of bring me down. I have to focus on what's best for the team, and that's why there's been a great team around me, and we're going to continue to kind of push forward and be optimistic and see what we can do to kind of continue to grow together as Raiders, regardless of, again, what we look like, and just focus on giving people a good game day experience. And there's trials and tribulations that everyone goes through during the day, but we want to make sure that for that moment when you're in Allegiant Stadium, that you're having a great time, we're rooting for the Raiders, and kind of leaving all your other problems behind.